What is up, guys? Welcome back here with another freaking live. I'll be straight up. I honestly didn't even realize that I clicked go live. And that was a slightly unconscious thing. But yeah, let's get straight into it, loves. So today I wanted to do a quick reading. What the fuck is the vibes? You know, my quick readings are usually like 30, 40 minutes long anyway, so quick. But yeah, what the fuck is the vibes in the atmosphere? We're going to be reading all the energies of the collective. As always, take what resonates and leave what doesn't, bish. Because at the end of the day, you are your own spiritual guru, and I don't need to tell you how you should be taking things and what kind of things are going to be resonating to you or not. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. That's basically a short way of saying what I just said. And yeah, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Hope you enjoy the reading. And also, if you want any paid readings too, the link will be in the description. Oh, my email actually. My email will be in the description for you to go and email me for those. What's the vibes? What is the vibes? Ace of Swords, alright, so you're initiating some kind of logic, some kind of thinking, or some kind of communication. So you're in like more of a logical left brain space. You're in more of a space of thinking, you know, like communicating, making, like strategizing, planning ahead, like direct kind of energies, because swords are direct, right? Like a wand is direct too, but swords is direct because it's more masculine. And then we have the Three of Swords too, so some kind of regret, some kind of loss, some kind of heartache, or like heavy thoughts weighing down on your heart. So it's like a concept of like overthinking or overanalyzing about your emotions, or overthinking or overanalyzing about things in general, which ties you into a certain emotion, like keeps you locked into a certain space. So the swords is like constantly directing, the thoughts are constantly redirecting towards you. And so it's like that energy, like of feeling like you've stabbed yourself in the back. The energy of feeling like you've like killed your own thoughts, kind of concept. So whatever thoughts you're thinking that are leading you to this space, it's saying here as well that these are illusions. This is more of an illusion or just a fantasy kind of energy. And then what's it called? We also have Nine of Swords underneath this, so it's overthinking energy, like I was just saying. Like I was saying, well, the overthinking, the logic, the left brain energy. And then this is like determination and drive kind of energy, like being able to reach the highest aspect of yourself, being able to achieve a greater, more expanded aspect of yourself, right? And then Four of Cups. So this is you reflecting on whether or not you like are achieved, whether or not you are determined, or maybe even doubting your determination, overthinking your determination to the point where you're leading yourself astray because your thoughts it's like leading you to think that you shouldn't go for something that you've been determined to do for a long time, or maybe you shouldn't that you couldn't go for something that you want to do. So it's kind of like that, like having doubt in your own abilities, having doubt in your own individuality of sorts. So we got Ten of Cups in reverse. And then we also have the High Priestess. So with the Ten of Cups in reverse, this is like kind of a space of feeling emotionally feel unfulfilled, or feeling like some emotional lack, right? Your emotional cup is not full. Your emotional energy is not fulfilled for you to be feeling stable in your life. And the High Priestess here as well. So the High Priestess, I want to get clarity on the High Priestess here. Okay, we have the Star in reverse with the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is like your intuition. It's like your feminine aspect of yourself in a way, but you have many different feminine aspects to yourself. But the High Priestess is like the highest aspect in terms of your feminine. It's the aspect of your feminine that is able to encompass and perceive all of yourself internally, feminine wise, and externally, and being able to blend these together, being able to utilize and gain the wisdom, extract the wisdom out of these experiences, which is why the High Priestess represents wisdom, intuition, because it combines all the feminine aspects of yourself. And then with the Aquarius card here in reverse, this is you are not associating with this aspect of yourself. You've kind of severed your connection, or you're not individually striving or reconnecting or rekindling your intuition, your feminine aspect. You're not tapping into your inner High Priestess, right? So you're going based off the thoughts, you're going based off of the feelings of regret and loss. You're going based off of like traumatic mentalities, right? Um, and these are causing you to overthink about things and to disconnect from your feminine side, disconnect from your emotions, and disconnect from your intuition as well. So you probably feel like you're being led astray, or you're leading yourself astray in certain circumstances. But I implore you to remember that your mindset creates your reality, right? So if you're constantly thinking and feeling those kind of concepts, you're going to constantly manifest those. So be aware of that, love. Let's get some moonology on ya. Any messages for the collective? Conclusions are within reach. Alright, so this is conclusions are within reach. So you've come to a space, I reckon, where you guys are bringing a conclusion to a lot of the things that I just read about you guys. So things are starting to close off for you. And if that's coming up in the card, I'd say that that's something that you're in the middle of. Like you're kind of in that in between stage. So you guys are like you are on the mend right now, heading towards being in more alignment with yourself, with that inner high priestess. But first, in order to find yourself, you had to lose yourself kind of energy, is what I'm getting from this deck. What the fuck is going on? I can't see love. So, one thing that might help you guys is being patient. Because with the cards here, like, it's taking its time, you know? And I feel like you guys are probably getting to that point where you're like, I want things to change now. I want to feel more in tune with myself now. I want to get in tune with my intuition now. But you need to realize that these things take time. And the longer it takes, the more solidified it will be as well. So if you keep getting impatient about it, if you keep worrying about when, how, so on and so forth, the one I'm not pulling out, if you keep worrying about that stuff, then you're just going to manifest more instances for you to validate your worries. So don't do that. Nothing will come of this situation. So whatever you've been worrying about, nothing will come. Nothing will come of worrying. Nothing will come of what you're actually worrying about. It won't actually come true. And the best thing for you to do is treat it like it's nothing. The better you can treat it like it's nothing, the better you can manifest it like it's nothing. And then you'll be able to experience a more smoother timeline than what you've been experiencing. And then we have the surrender to the divine. And then we have the energy is gaining momentum, all right? So surrender to the divine is talking about letting go of the control or the need to control everything in your life. Letting go of the need to have everything in perfect prim and proper order where you feel like you just have to achieve that level of, you know, perfection and so on and so forth. Surrendering to the divine is accepting that you don't need anything. All you need is nothing or no thing. And you just need to release that ability or that feeling of feeling like you need something, feeling like in a state, a constant state of desire, feeling like constantly in momentum, in movement, constantly wanting like some form of stimulation, you know? And then we have the energy is gaining momentum, is talking about like the energy that I was talking about before, how you, what's it called? How the energy that we were talking about before with the overthinking and all that kind of stuff, the energy is gaining momentum, is showing that your thoughts are starting to accumulate, they're starting to gain more momentum in reality. So you'll probably start to see more examples of you being proved right. So it's important to be extra strong, have like extra willpower during this time, so you can push past all those concepts, all those thoughts and feelings that you actually buried yourself under. And then we have be bold and make the first move. And on the bottom of the deck, we have a new start is coming. All right. So as long as you guys have that strength, that conviction, like it says, being bold, but really, to me, that's like having that conviction, having that strength, having that momentum, like this card says again, like to push, to power through, to push through whatever circumstance you might need to push through. and that will allow you to overcome it a lot easier and jump to that new start, jump into that new world that you're creating for yourself. That's what the new start is. It's actually then on the other side of you pushing past whatever you're struggling with right now. And then we have bring love into the situation, right? Bringing love into the situation, that's loving yourself and loving others, loving your individual quirks, loving your individual perspective, and loving others, not looking at it as a separate energy or anything like that. So that's confidence is your key to success, right? So I'm pretty sure I said something like that at the start. That doubt, that doubt energy that you guys were in. You were doubting whether or not you could do something, or just doubting in general, doubting your abilities in general. But that's like that card is talking about confidence, right? That card is talking about having faith in yourself, having faith in your own abilities. And then, boom, the more that you have faith in your own abilities, the more you start to see your abilities um, become better and better. It's like practice makes perfect, but really, people practice because they're in the mental state, initially in the mental state of feeling like their dreams are achievable, right? You know what I mean? So, in order for them to constantly practice, they feel like at some point that their dreams are achievable. So, really, it didn't start with them practicing that made them better. Arguably, it was them believing in their dreams that made them better. A little bit of a corny, cheesy freaking thing there for you. Any other messages for? Oh, the card fell. We have the Fool in reverse, so that's like recklessness, risk taking kind of energy, naive kind of energy as well. It can be, but I want to pull another card to clarify on the Fool. We have the Six of Wands that came out. With the Six of Wands, this is talking about as well with the Knight of Pentacles. And the Fool is talking about being aware of naivety and recklessness, or like being naive in terms of, there's a few ways this can be read. Hold on. So being aware of risk taking and naivety, but also when it comes to like you achieving success or you being in a certain successful scenario, being aware of how far you can actually go into that scenario, and how when there's certain times where you need to like kind of pull back a little bit, and don't be so reckless and don't take so many risks when it comes to pursuing any scenarios or circumstances in the physical. So that, and then also the other meaning is why I say take what resonates and leave what doesn't. So the other meaning we have here is the Fool, right? In reverse, talks about that naivety, and then this card here came out facing to the left. So this talks about success recognition, but left is talking about separation. So it's talking about being naive and not realizing that sometimes you may need to separate from certain forms of recognition, certain forms of success, or so on and so forth, because they may actually be toxic for you. So just being aware of the different scenarios that may be toxic or may be beneficial, and just having that keen eye, being wary of your own naivety, your own inability to see what may be ahead, and just, so read the fine print kind of energy is what this is giving. Like reading the fine print, knowing what you're getting yourself into, trying to see like a few steps ahead rather than like just walking in blind, but also not bringing in that overthinking energy too. Remember that overthinking energy that you created, that you manifested, and remember that you're fighting against that as well at the same time as, fighting against this naivety within you. And then we have the judgment card. All right, so the judgment card is to do with, like, I'm pretty sure judgment just makes me think of the angel of death or the messenger angel, Gabriel or whatever. And how one, he's meant to be the angel of death, which is like the death just reminds me of like this physical realm, like physicality. So if this is at the bottom of the deck, yeah, I think so. What this is reminding me of is like when you are in certain scenarios and certain doors may open for you, there may be certain people that you need to be on guard, no, not be so naive, don't take too many risks, and separate from being recognized or having some form of success when it comes to them, because they may be in like some kind of world that you don't really want to involve yourself in. And this world could just be like kind of a damned kind of world, a depressed, a down kind of world, a demonic kind of world, is what I was getting from that card. And then appreciate, below that, it's like appreciate what you have, don't focus on what you've lost. That kind of makes me think of it too. But yeah, take what resonates and leave what doesn't, because that seems like a very specific message for a very specific type of person. So you're most likely, whoever that resonated with, you're most likely a content creator, or you're in some kind of like doing some kind of job that involves being with people, developing a large network. So you could even be like a business owner or like an artist or like whatever it may be. But yeah, just being mindful of that naivety, guys, and don't let yourself fall for any traps when it comes to like not being able to read the fine print and shit like that. So I think we'll pull a few more cards and then we'll end this reading, because there's been a lot of info in this reading, I think. Like, it's kind of crazy because normally in my videos, I feel like whatever I've said in the last 20 minutes is what I would have finished in the last 40 minutes in my other video that I did. So that's interesting. But regardless, let's get into it. Any other messages for our collective on what could help them during this time? I kind of like that. We have the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Swords. We have two knights. Okay. So the Knight of Pentacles, that reminds me of like that slow pace kind of energy, because the knights are all like charging, right? They're on their like horses or whatever. But like this one's like a slow pace kind of energy. Takes us time kind of thing to enjoy the scenery, takes us time to enjoy the moment and so on and so forth. So I think this card is talking about being mindful to take your time to smell the roses, to enjoy each moment out of your path along the way, to enjoy the instance, and to separate from overthinking or making so many logical aspects, squaring out so many things in your reality, or just like having that quick mindset in general where you feel like you need to just quickly get everything done, quickly go towards like your goals, quickly achieve this and quickly achieve that, XYZ. But if you resonated with this reading, I would suggest you go watch my other video. It says it's called Stop Trying to Make People Get You or something like that. Like I'm pretty sure that was the title. It's something like Stop Trying to Make People Get You or Stop Making People Get You. I think you guys could benefit if you resonated with this part of the reading. You guys could benefit with that video. So when it comes to these two cards, these are talking about like taking that time and remembering to craft out your mentality properly. Don't allow yourself to be in a mind state that you don't actually want to manifest in your reality. And if you do allow yourself to be in that mindset, don't be upset when it does manifest in your reality because you know why, you know. So with the Ace of Swords as well underneath these two cards, this is like utilizing your thoughts, remembering that you are the creator, not the creation. Utilize your thoughts to push things out, to fume what you want to manifest. So if you feel like things are going to take ages, right, you're going to manifest that. But if you feel like things are going to take ages and now you switch your mind and go, well, actually, no, even if things do take ages, it's not going to be that long. Or like whatever you do to convince yourself to be okay with that, to be able to suck it up, like that's your ability to create and bring things into reality. So the more you practice that, the more you'll be able to see the benefits from it. But that's what that card's talking about too, having that direction, having that willpower mentally, being able to like push past what the reality is showing you, push past what the energy is forcing you to think or feel, push past all of that shit so you can see what's truly behind the veil, what's truly in reality that'll actually benefit you. And then yeah, we came full circle. We have the freaking Three of Swords. I think that means the readings ended. Then we have the Five of Swords. Remember, like each day that you battle against those thoughts, you're moving one step closer. You're moving one step closer towards your goal. And the more you start to fight that that old thought with that new thought, the more you'll be closer and closer to feeling and being in that state of mind that you want to be in. All right. So that's how you guys can help to benefit yourself more during this time. I hope you guys got some wisdom, got some knowledge out of that reading, and that it helps you in your next leg of your journey. All right, loves. Enjoy your night, day, time, wherever you are, and I will see you guys for the next video. Peace.